I'm Jasmine with Manifest Fast with Jasmine, and I'm going to tell you in this video how to make him need you. So this is something that you can totally manifest. Why not? Okay? What I'm going to do in this video is I am going to tell you how you can manifest a reality where he can't leave you. He doesn't want to because he just kind of needs you in his life, but like in a good way, you know, like in the way that you want. I'm assuming that if you're here, something about your manifesting isn't working. And I'm also going to assume that you don't know what that is. So what we're going to do is we're going to address the problem first. And I'm going to tell you a very, I'm not going to say it's not even a very common problem. It's like what I see everybody doing, right? It's like this overall law of attraction, manifestation epidemic that is out there. Everybody is going to face this at some point or another, but it's really something that you're going to face over and over and over again. And as you become a master in manifesting, you learn how to direct yourself out of this and back into where you need to be in order to manifest what you want, like a savage queen, okay? So that's what we're going to talk about in this video. It's going to be very easy. By the end of this video, you will understand how to harness manifestation in order to make him or manifest a version of him, a reality for yourself and of your significant other, where they just really need you in a good way. Here is the number one biggest problem that I see. Hear me out here, because people say that they believe in something or that they know something, but you know something when you do it, okay? The evidence that you know something is your demonstration of that, your implementation and your application of this concept in your life. If you're not applying, if you're not doing it, if you're not behaving in accordance to what you believe, then you don't believe it. So what I see the pandemic, the manifestational pandemic, is people don't actually believe in manifesting. And if you don't believe me, let me explain it really quick. The minute that you doubt, you're not believing in manifesting. The minute that you're not applying, you're not believing in manifesting. The minute that you're confused, you're not believing in manifesting. Those are the moments where you're not applying, where you're not doing. And if you know something, you act accordingly. So these are the moments where we need to learn how to steer ourselves back to what we really know to be true and believe about manifesting. Now, what a lot of people end up doing is they do the opposite. Instead, they just go straight for doomsday, straight for worry, straight for no longer believing that they can have what they want, and they use the outside in order to perceive a world and manifest themselves into a world where I can't have what I want, and for some reason this cannot happen for me, and for some reason it's not working for me. Well, that means you don't believe in your manifesting. Because if you did, you'd keep believing. You would never come to that idea or that interpretation of reality where it's not working out for you, because that's what persisting and living in your end is, right? That's what transcending circumstances and not being attached to circumstances is like, no matter what happens, I'm the boss, bitch. And I know what my end is because I can feel it and I know it, and then I manifest it. So that's what we want. So I think it's really helpful if you have like a clear way to define this, a clear way to define the fact that, oh, I just fell off the wagon and forgot to believe in manifesting. And all I have to do is turn this around for myself. Manifesting is completely simple. It's completely easy. It's completely effortless. But it's not easy or fast or effortless or simple when you don't believe it, when you forget these concepts that you mean to believe. And here's another funny thing, is it can't be easy when you don't believe that it's easy. So sometimes we're accidentally inserting the idea that what we want is hard or difficult to get, or that manifesting is hard or difficult to get, or that we have to try really hard. And so what you're doing is you're literally inserting and creating and imposing this reality upon yourself where you just decided that this has to be difficult, and so therefore it does prove to be difficult. And manifesting just can't be easy under those conditions because you create your own reality. Under those circumstances, under those conditions, you're going to get opposite results, the wrong result. And then, as a result of the momentum that you've already created, you're going to support that furthermore by saying, see, this is difficult and it may be even impossible, and it probably is, and I give up. But you can bring yourself out of that just by realizing that I am seeing through the eyes of my own perception, and this is a perception that I am choosing now, and this is a perception that I have the ability to believe or change right now. Every single day, I straighten out my crown, and I set myself straight, and I set my thoughts straight, and I redirect my thoughts, and I look at what I'm thinking, and I know that I have a choice to believe that or not. I know that, is this a good idea to think or a bad idea to think? Is this what I want to believe or what I don't want to believe? What path is this taking me down? Is this a loser way of thinking or a winner manifestational way of thinking? And that's the way that you have to direct yourself and make your decisions when it comes to where you're going with your thoughts. And it really is that. You have the ability to take charge of your reality. You have the ability to believe or not. And all ancient writings and teachings know that. They teach that. They reinforce that. I don't care what it is that you're looking at, spirituality, religion, which one it is, these are the common threads because they're real. Keep in mind that when you are actually believing and manifesting, you'll have no problem persisting because you really got a good handle on what you're doing. And when you fall off the wagon and you forget to believe, which is essentially what happens, we forget to believe. We don't even realize that we cease to believe anymore. All we know is that we're struggling. So when you're struggling, you're doing what Neville would call meddling. You're meddling. You start thinking about a whole lot of things that are doubt worthy, you know? Now, when you're completely just focused on your end and you know it, when you know something, there's not a whole lot of thought going on about it. Like when you're really, really convinced that you're getting your next breath, it doesn't even really require much thought because you're just completely focused on one thought that has no oppositional thought, right? You're not contradicting it with anything. It's just breath. And that's it. It's simple. That's how easy it is to manifest everything else. If you want to be good at manifesting, you have to be all in with your beliefs. It is not an option to not be all in with your beliefs. Now, if you find yourself off track, is this a reason to be upset? No, do not spend not one moment of your existence ever being upset because of where you are. This is like driving, okay? It requires you to steer yourself, steer your path, steer your way, redirect yourself, and deliberately take yourself into the direction that you want to go. Just like driving a car. Do not judge yourself any more than you would when you're driving a car, and hopefully you don't judge your driving too badly. What I'm saying is, yeah, you don't want to backtrack by being mad at yourself because of where you are. Just use it to redirect yourself and say, you know, that's an option. That's a choice for me to think and feel that way, but I'm going to do this instead. You know, and sometimes we don't, from the place of doubt that we're at, we don't even know if anything is going to work. Well, you're not doing it because it's going to work. You're from that place, you know, I mean, ultimately we do know that, but you're not doing it because it's going to get you something. That's the point. You're doing it because this is just a better idea all the way around. And when it becomes, when your whole practice of manifesting becomes about just making better decisions and feeling better and doing something better with your mind and with your thoughts and being healthier and all that stuff, just when it's about alignment, instead of getting something, you will actually get somewhere. Because when it's about getting something, this is manipulating. And you will never get there because getting something is about not having something, wanting something that you don't have. And that's the foundational vibration that you reinforce when you trying to practice manifesting for the purpose of obtaining something that you don't have, that you just can't get rid of that not having it vibration, that needy having to have it urgent, upset vibration when that's where you're operating from. So it has to be not because and I mean, sometimes you can really believe it. Like you can just know, yeah, I'm gonna get it. But then you wouldn't need this video, right? It's just like knowing it into being, like breath, no problem. But eventually you will reach a place where you're like, yeah, I'm gonna get it, no problem. But before you're there, just make it about going in a better direction. This is gonna help you a lot. Now, what does this have to do with manifesting him to need you? When you are completely not distracted by your doubt, because you have one clear thought, which is knowing and living in your end, because you are totally clear on what you believe. I believe manifesting. Totally. Then to the point of being able to implement it, you're going to have clear, peaceful thoughts. You're going to have clear, peaceful, one-directional, conscious, aware thoughts. And everything is going to align on every level for you. It's going to be a one clear direction with no contradiction, no opposition. And you'll just be able to know. He just needs me and nobody else. And he just needs me, and that's a forever thing, and that's just the way it is. Boom. When you have that clarity with no worry, no doubt, no opposition, no fear, none of those distractions that keep it from manifesting for you in your beliefs, in your consciousness, in your mind, in your reality, oh boy, it's gonna happen. And you can make somebody need you bad and forever and always. And this isn't about creating anything but love and harmony and peace and the perfect relationship that you want with your perfect and special partner in person. So hey, if you're still watching this video, that means that you like this. So make sure that you click the like button, subscribe. I have a coaching group. It's a really awesome coaching group. I go in there and I give you guys live courses, live support. I can answer your questions live. It's a really awesome community, and a lot of people have turned their lives around by joining this coaching community with me. So I have that link below in the pinned comment. You can get 1 week for free and gain access to all of my member-only courses with your membership. So if you feel like you're at your wit's end, you don't know what to do, or if you just feel like you want to take it to the next level and be a badass manifesting queen, join my coaching group. That link is going to be below. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.
That was easy.